Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
For baseball fans, the long winter is finally over, and the big day almost here. Monday is Major League Baseball's official opening day. Of course, every fan has a favorite team, but say you could choose any ballpark for the first game of the season, which one would you pick? We asked CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg to help by rating the 5 best parks in the country. Peter, good morning.
And good morning.
We start at number 5, Wrigley Field.
Yeah, we scored these on a score of 1 to 5, 5 being best. Wrigley Field came in pretty well. It came in number 5, but food area, they got 4 out of 5. You know what they got? They don't just have pretzels at Wrigley Field. They have 2-pound pretzels. Okay? It's called the North Side Twist, and they've got even a vegetarian sloppy Jane, and they even serve bison burgers if you don't want to eat that. But the point is, they've got a great thing, and it's an iconic part. 1927,
Right.
You got to go with it.
I'm a little partial because the area around it is pretty cool too in Chicago, but I want to see the scorecard because you're breaking it down by scorecards.
Well, when it comes to atmosphere, you know what? You got to bust everybody in Chicago for calling in sick because the majority of the games at Wrigley are day games.
Right.
And that's where the atmosphere is so great, especially when you want to hang out on the rooftops across from the outfield. That's great. Location is great, easy to get to. The architecture only gets a 2, but remember, they haven't changed this stadium since 1927, and I argue they shouldn't.
Right. What, the final score?
Final score, got a 14.
Okay.
Boston's Fenway Park is your number 4.
Yep, an iconic park. Here, the food didn't do too well. Got a 3 out of 5, only because the best food is actually outside the stadium, but you can get good clam chowder and crab cakes inside the stadium. And here's a little known fact. They're starting with some of the concession stands now. Kids under the age of 14 eat free as long as they eat before the 3rd inning. How they came up with that figure, no one knows.
Free baked beans for the kids?
Yeah, then you leave by the 5th inning. That's another story. Now, atmosphere 4 out of 5. It's just celebrated its 101st year as a stadium, and it has the longest consecutive streak of sold-out games of any ballpark in America. So you know the atmosphere is great. Locations 4, easy to get to, and architecture. Come on, the Green Monster.
Right.
You got it.
Total score?
Total score 15.
Okay, number 3 is the ballpark for my team, the New York Mets, Citi Field, built in 2009.
And my team too. If you're sentimental about Shea Stadium, give it up. It was not a location that you
no
like.
Reason to be.
But what's great about it is the food is very good out there. They have the New Yorker, which is this corned beef sandwich topped with sweet potato fries. How about this for a figure? 50 tons of Nathan Ballpark Franks sold every year. Atmosphere 4 because it's an intimate stadium as big as it is. The location, not the prettiest neighborhood in the world, but you know what? You can get there easily on the 7 train, Long Island Railroad. And architecture, here's interesting, not a bad seat in the house.
Total score 16 points.
Now if they could just get a team in it.
Yes, I know.
PNC Park in Pittsburgh is your number 2 pick.
It is a surprise choice, but it's one of the best stadiums in the country. And the food there, they get a 5. They have something called Meatball Mania there. Stand back, call the doctor. I mean, this is meatball on a skewer. They got steak sandwiches. They got steak sandwiches, and then they got steak sandwiches with the fries inside the sandwich. Basically, get the wagon, go to the hospital. But it's great. Atmosphere is 4 because it's a very intimate stadium. Again, location's great because it's right by the Allegheny River. Before the games, anybody from downtown can walk to the stadium. And last but not least, the highest stadium seat in the entire stadium is only 88 feet off the ground. What a great location. So they get a score of 17.
All right.
17.
Number 1, AT&T Park in San Francisco.
Yep.
Numero uno.
You agree? Okay, it's great. And the food is great. Go for the garlic fries. They come right from Gilroy, California, the garlic capital of America. But also they've got great food other than that. And not only that, wine. 35 different varieties of wine. So whether the team is winning or losing, you're tanked.
I think you get me.
Yeah.
The food is always number 1 on these lists.
What's really nice about AT&T Park is they have a ball club that plays in there.
They actually do. Great location and, of course, architecture. Interesting story. For those people who remember Candlestick, the wind was terrible. When they built AT&T, they used to call it Pac Bell, when they built AT&T, they rotated the design of the stadium so it blocks off a significant amount of the wind so you're not getting killed out there.
Right. All right. Peter Greenberg, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
They got an 18.
18 points.
18.
Coming up next, more food. The Dish, an Iron Chef champion, is all set to toast her mom and share her classic meatloaf with us. You're watching CBS This Morning, Saturday.